This title card for our Adstorm review introduces exactly what we are covering today: how to launch your first ad campaign without the usual friction. Normally, running paid ads is a slow grind. You spend days drafting copy, weeks waiting on graphic designers, and by the time you actually hit publish, your budget is already strained from the preparation costs. Today, we are bypassing that entire process. In the next 5 minutes, you will generate a complete set of platform-ready ads, and you won't need a single design or copywriting skill to do it. To follow along, you only need 2 things: an active Adstorm account and a link to the product or service you want to promote. We are going to move from having 0 ideas to holding a fully testable campaign in a matter of seconds. Step 1 is getting your product data into the system. Inside the dashboard, navigate to the Ad Campaign section to open your main data entry point. You could type out your product features, benefits, and target demographics manually, but staring at blank text boxes usually leads to writer's block, and it is where most beginners abandon their campaigns. Looking at the How Does Adstorm Work section in this document, we can see the software relies on a simple 3-step sequence. You choose your objective, let the AI generate the variations, and then you launch. To execute that first step instantly, paste your product link into the website scanner. The tool immediately reads the page and extracts your brand voice, key selling points, and product details. This automated extraction pulls the exact messaging that already exists on your landing page. When your ad copy matches your landing page perfectly, ad networks reward you with better performance and lower costs. By letting the scanner handle the data entry, the steepest technical hurdle for beginners is entirely removed. Now that our data is in, we need to understand how modern ad networks actually operate. Platforms like Meta and Google rely heavily on your creative asset to find your audience. The ad itself acts as the targeting. This diagram illustrates ad fatigue. A single ad unit rapidly fades to gray as viewers stop paying attention to it. To maintain visibility, you have to deploy a branching cluster of fresh variations and angles. To build those variations, click the Add Angles button. The system processes your extracted website data and instantly generates 6 to 10 distinct marketing hooks. This feature relies on the architecture shown here in the documentation: the smart copywriting engine and the multi-platform AI ad creator. They ensure the tool focuses directly on generating high-converting hooks. Review the list of generated angles and pick the best 2 or 3. You want a mix of approaches, so try selecting 1 logical benefit, 1 emotional trigger, and 1 discount offer to build out your campaign structure. Your success rate goes up when you test a high volume of these hooks, rather than trying to craft 1 single, flawless advertisement. With our angles chosen, the next step is formatting. Navigate to the platform menu and select where you want to run these ads, whether that is Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or Google. As this animation shows, the platform takes your base creative and dynamically slides and resizes the internal elements to perfectly fit a vertical 9x16 frame and a landscape 16x9 frame simultaneously. Hit Generate, and the software outputs your complete ad library. You now have the primary copy, the headlines, and the perfectly sized visual assets ready for review. If you find a concept you like, use the variation feature. Click it, and the tool spins up multiple versions based on that framework. You can refine these without manual editing by typing simple AI commands like "make this more persuasive." The variation grid updates its text weights, colors, and calls to action to match your instruction. This workflow gives you the output of an entire creative agency, all controlled from 1 dashboard. We now have a finished campaign library. In front of you is a grid of ready-to-publish assets, all generated in just a few minutes. Your immediate next step is to download these images and videos, copy the text, and paste them directly into your native ads managers. This abstract stormfront represents your momentum. The modern ad winner is the marketer who tests the highest number of angles at the fastest speed. Once your ads are live, monitor your early data closely. When you find an ad that gets clicks, come back into the system and use it to generate a fresh batch of iterations. You now possess the creative output of a 10-person agency, giving you the capacity to run infinite market tests and keep your campaigns profitable.